I've seen muscles fool men more than fear ever did. I've watched giants walk into gyms thinking size is a weapon, thinking strength is enough, thinking discipline is optional. But the truth is simple. Power without skill is nothing. And when ego steps into the cage with someone who has lived their life in the fire, the outcome is always the same. Tonight, you're not just watching fights. You're watching illusions break. You're watching arrogance collapse. You're watching what happens when bodybuilders challenge real fighters. And reality hits harder than any punch ever could. Stay with me, because some of these moments will make you rethink what strength really looks like. Number 1. Steroid monster grabs a fighter by the throat. Karma hits fast. A tattoo-covered giant storms into the cage looking like he was sculpted out of raw aggression. Thick veins coil across his arms, his chest bulges like armor, and he walks with the confidence of a man who believes strength is a weapon all by itself. Before the bell even rings, he reaches forward and grabs the pro fighter by the throat, squeezing hard in an attempt to humiliate him publicly. But that single act reveals everything. His emotions are louder than his technique. The moment the fight starts, his size becomes his downfall. His punches are slow, his stance heavy, and his footwork full of holes. The pro slips around him effortlessly, reading every movement like it's been rehearsed within seconds. Precise strikes crash into the giant's jaw, ribs, and guard. His breathing turns frantic. His steps wobble, and the confidence he entered with disappears. One final combination destroys him completely, sending him crashing to his knees. The man who tried to intimidate with size left the cage exposed, humbled, and defeated by pure technique. Number 2. Bodybuilder challenges. McGregor's coach ends in immediate tap. This bodybuilder walked into McGregor's gym bragging loudly that no one, not even the head coach, could make him tap in under a minute. His ego filled the room. He flexed, he postured, he acted like grappling was just glorified hugging. But McGregor's coach didn't argue, didn't show frustration, and didn't speak much at all. Instead, he calmly stepped forward, reached for a simple grip, rotated his hips, and locked the bodybuilder into a clean submission. What happened next took less than 10 seconds. The tap came fast, loud, and desperate. The bodybuilder's face shifted from arrogance to shock as he realized how helpless strength becomes when leverage, angles, and precision enter the conversation. He walked in expecting to prove a point. Instead, physics proved one to him. Number 3. Ripped female bodybuilder gets tossed effortlessly. She walked into the gym like a storm. Massive arms, thick shoulders, bulging back muscles, and a confident smirk carved across her face. She taunted her opponent, flexed aggressively, and believed she could overpower the female MMA fighter in front of her with pure strength. But when the bell rang, all that muscle became weight she couldn't control. She lunged forward recklessly, expecting dominance, but the MMA fighter timed everything perfectly. With a smooth slip underneath her arms and a clean pivot, she lifted the bodybuilder off her feet and slammed her onto the mat like gravity itself betrayed her. The sound of her landing echoed through the gym, a reminder that strength without technique is just mass waiting to fall. The MMA fighter controlled her with ease, making it clear that the fight was never about strength. It was about skill. Number 4. 300-pound monster versus smaller jiu-jitsu athlete. A towering 300-pound bodybuilder entered the mats laughing, literally laughing at the smaller jiu-jitsu athlete standing across from him. The size difference was absurd, and the giant believed this would be the easiest win of his life. But jiu-jitsu isn't about strength, it's about turning someone's size into their weakness. As soon as they engaged, the smaller fighter moved like water, flowing around the giant, sliding behind him, climbing onto his back with grace and precision. Within seconds, the bodybuilder was struggling under his own weight, unable to breathe properly, unable to stand straight, and unable to defend his neck. He tried to muscle out of the position, but muscles can't break angles. The tap came quickly and loudly. That's the moment he realized that real danger doesn't shout, it suffocates quietly. Number 5. Bodybuilder attacks a BJJ coach and gets ragdolled. A furious bodybuilder stormed into a jiu-jitsu gym ready to assert dominance. He shoved the first person he saw, unaware that he'd just put hands on the head coach. What happened after that wasn't a fight, it was a controlled demolition. The coach swept him effortlessly, flipped him over his shoulder, pinned him to the ground, and delivered several humiliating slaps, not punches. Slaps, not to injure him, but to show him exactly how powerless he was. The bodybuilder squirmed, pushed, twisted, and tried to escape, but every movement he made dug him deeper into the coach's control. Strength became completely meaningless as technique dismantled him piece by piece. When it ended, he didn't get up with anger, he got up with confusion and fear. Number 6. Bodybuilder walks into boxing gym and gets KO'd in 12 seconds. This bodybuilder entered the ring like it was a photo shoot instead of a fight. His chin was lifted, hands dangling low, and confidence radiating like spotlights. The pro boxer across from him didn't laugh, didn't taunt, and didn't waste energy. He simply waited for the right moment. With perfect timing, he launched a clean right hand that crashed into the bodybuilder's jaw with surgical accuracy. The entire room fell silent as the giant collapsed to the canvas instantly. 12 seconds. That's all it took for years of lifting to fail against seconds of precision. Number 7. Devin Larratt humiliates big-mouthed bodybuilder Devin Larratt. One of the most composed arm wrestlers on the planet sat across from a bodybuilder who couldn't stop talking trash. The bodybuilder flexed, insulted, and tried desperately to intimidate Devin, but Devin remained calm, smiling softly as if listening to background noise. When their hands finally locked, the truth came out instantly. Devin didn't explode with power. He compressed the bodybuilder's arm, slowly, firmly, and irresistibly. The bodybuilder screamed as his arm bent under Devin's technical pressure. It wasn't strength that beat him, it was mastery. Number 8. 260-pound bodybuilder says he'd kill a woman. Gets rocked. This 260-pound bodybuilder confidently bragged that he'd kill a female fighter in a street fight. He waved his arms, shouted, and dismissed her skills entirely. But when sparring began, she didn't waste time talking. She slipped inside his reach and cracked him with a single perfect punch. His head snapped back violently, his legs wobbled, and the arrogance drained from his face instantly. That one clean strike erased months of his confident trash talk technique doesn't care about your weight class. Number 9. Thailand bar fight. Bodybuilder gets flattened instantly. In a crowded Thai bar, a drunk bodybuilder stepped into a makeshift Muay Thai ring, screaming at tourists. He flexed, taunted, and stomped around like the main character. But the local Muay Thai fighter in front of him wasn't interested in theatrics. The bell rang, and within seconds, a sharp hook cut through the chaos and connected cleanly. The bodybuilder dropped instantly. No resistance, no counter, no survival. One punch ended the performance. Number 10. Strongman challenges Emelianenko. Regret. A record-breaking strongman, overflowing with confidence, stepped into the cage with Alexander Emelianenko. He believed size would win. He believed strength would carry him, but Alexander wasn't impressed. Once the punches began, the strongman's posture fell apart instantly. Alexander's shots were sharp, fast, and brutally accurate. Within moments, the strongman was overwhelmed, backing up, covering up, and praying for the bell. His muscles didn't save him. Experience broke him. Number 11. Bodybuilder calls boxing easy. Gets hunted by MMA fighter. This bodybuilder mocked boxing, calling it simple and easy. He entered sparring with a dismissive grin, but the MMA fighter across from him didn't grin back. As soon as the round began, pressure poured in like a tidal wave. The MMA fighter chased him with precision punches, sharp angles, and relentless forward movement. The bodybuilder backpedaled immediately, overwhelmed and defenseless. His muscles didn't matter. His confidence didn't matter. His gas tank emptied within seconds. Technique hunted him down. Number 12. Dojo Stormer gets submitted 3 times. Still denies reality. A loudmouth bodybuilder stormed into a BJJ gym claiming submissions were fake and grappling didn't work. He demanded a real fight. He got one. The coach took him down effortlessly and submitted him once, then twice, then a 3rd time. Each tap came faster than the last, but even after the humiliation, the bodybuilder stood up claiming it was luck. That's the thing about ego, it dies last. Every bodybuilder in this video made the same mistake. They believed muscles made them safe, but real safety doesn't come from size. It comes from skill. Muscles fade, strength changes, technique stays forever. Tell me, which moment hit you the hardest? And if you want more real fight stories, more brutal wake-up calls, more ego-destroying moments, subscribe because the next one might be even crazier.